All right, good morning. It's Thursday, and of course, it's 5th of July, and it's the lifestyle edition right here on Galaxy. Today, I am Uche Onyekuliche. Interest me, I'm not alone. I got a beautiful damsel with me in the studio.
Oh, I'm super happy to be called beautiful damsel. Hi, everybody at home. I'm Stephanie Ojaji. And of course, we have really interesting stuff to talk about today on the show. We're going to be talking about mistakes often made by entrepreneurs. I'll let Uche do us the honors of introducing our guest today on the show.
Of course, before then, we will do it to open the program properly. We'll take a break, and after the break, you get to meet our guest for the first topic.
Nothing beats expression from creativity. Craft that speaks volume. An artist and his work. Galaxy Television, in conjunction with the National Museum of Unity, Ibadan, presents Arts and Craft Exhibition 2018. If you're mastering any form of art like drawing, paintings, ceramics, photography, textiles, sculptures, jewelry, and lots more from Lagos, Akure, Ibadan, and other parts of Nigeria and beyond, register now by sending your profile with an attachment of soft copies of your work to email gtvartandcraft@gmail.com. Art connoisseurs, lovers, and collectors are also invited. Registration 5,000 naira per participant. For more information, call 0701 564 3793 between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Arts and Craft Exhibition. Register to be a part.
Welcome back. It's Galaxy today, and of course, it's the lifestyle edition. And like Stephanie rightly said before now, that we'll be looking at the topic mistakes often made by entrepreneurs. And of course, we have the right person in the studio. Won't be the one dissecting this. We have the author for 19 greatest mistakes of an entrepreneur, and he's also the SME catalyst for SME Think Tank platform. He's in person of Sola Dawodu. Good morning, it's good to have you.
Good morning, I'm glad to be here.
Good morning.
Good to have you. All right, I'm happy we're treating this topic today because a whole lot of people just want to be billionaires or millionaires overnight without having to go through the process of becoming one. But let's start with common mistakes that one can make as an entrepreneur.
Well, thank you very much. The truth be told is that nothing good just happens easily, and without pain, there is no gain. So oftentimes, even as we live our day-to-day life, there are a lot of mistakes, and we are supposed to learn from those mistakes. Now, when it comes to business, there are a lot of things that happen, and you find out that people just go into business with the notion of, oh, if I go into the business in a year or two, I'm supposed to have blown up and made it. But the terrain here is different, and so you must master the terrain, and you must know how to operate in the market, how to outsmart your competitors, and people find this difficult. So having been on this field for over 10 years, and I think I am the right position to say to a very large extent what I have learned on the field. I've seen people do the mistakes and how they can overcome them, and that was what brought about that.
Okay, I see. All right. Someone wants to say something.
Yes, I do want to ask a question about, this whole entrepreneur thing, because I think the major thing that entrepreneurs think of when they want to start is money. That's like the major thing, money. You're thinking about money to run the business, money to start the business, money to pay people, sustain the business, and then at the same time, you're also thinking about profit. So I think most people, or most entrepreneurs, the major issue they would have is money. So I would like you to expatiate more the mistakes people make when it comes to money and entrepreneurship.
If you go into business with the notion of you want to make money, that is putting the wrong foot.
Seriously, why would I want to go into business and not think of making money?
No, you see, the whole aim of making business is to maximize profit at the end of the day and probably make returns, make money. But what is most important for you is to know how to offer value.
Okay.
How to offer great service to people. The value you offer may bring you money as immediate or in the long run, which will sustain you. But if you are solely focused on getting money here at any point in time and then you're not getting ready good service, you won't make any money. Now, for example, I come to you, I want to book for a cake. And the cake is, you give me a cake and I go back and I don't like it. I come back to complain to you and say, oh, sorry, there's nothing we can do about that and everything. Now, for me, you have lost a customer. For you, we have made the cake and we've delivered, whether I like it or not. It doesn't.
Our profit.
Now, so you've gotten your profit, you've made money, but that won't bring me back. Now, so anytime I find myself, I see your brand somewhere, I say, I have a wrong notion. And when people keep having that kind of thing, you find out that you can attract tons of clients to your business, and that's the major problem. So it is the value first that you put first before the money comes in.
Okay, so let's just list a bit of these mistakes here now. I mean, a whole lot of us have to learn because they say you can't repeat the same thing and expect to get different results.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so what are these common mistakes that entrepreneurs make?
Number one, not having a clarity of vision.
Okay.
When you don't have a clarity of your vision, of your idea, of what you want to run with, how you are going to go about it, it becomes a problem. So you must identify and clarify, this is my vision. This is what I'm meant to do. Now, having been able to identify you, then you'll be able to set the parameters. You'll be able to understand, conduct a research work to say, on this my idea, how do I go about it? How do I market to people? How do I locate my business? What are the things that I need? What are the value addition that I need to create to support it? So you need to first understand the clarity of purpose. It's like you say, the expansion of influence. The expansion of influence can actually help you fine-tune your idea. Okay. So if you don't have a sound idea and you're not sure about it, it becomes a problem.
I'm sorry to butt in here. I mean, does that stop us from having ambiguous dreams? Because there are some dreams, or there are some ideas you have that are so ambiguous, and I'm not saying it's bad to dream big, but it looks like a whole lot of people tend to have this kind of ideas that maybe quite not achievable. Not because it's not achievable, but probably because the terrain, like you said, is not the right place. What do you say to such people?
You can dream and dream as long as the world permits you.
Okay.
Okay, so you are never too old to dream a new dream. You can start anytime and dream. But the thing is, when you dream, you need to find out how you are going to actualize your dream. And everything is in orderliness. Even the creation of this world is in order. So you know how to now take it one by one. For example, Dangote didn't just get to where he is today. Yeah. So he had a dream. They want to be a great merchandise. He started from trading. And over the time, he's been able to build it from one step to the other. Okay. Now, so no matter how ambiguous your dream be, you must fine-tune it. If you are able to fine-tune it properly, then you get to where you are going.
So you said something about passion of influence. Say, for instance, I don't have an idea. I've seen someone do something. Maybe I've seen someone do makeup or make beads and whatever. I'm not really interested. I want money. I mean, there's some people that I'm just after the money. I just want profit. But I decide that I don't have passion for this, but I'm a good learner. I learn fast, and I decide to do practice. Since they say practice makes perfect, you keep working on it. I don't have passion, but I'm working on it. Can someone like that actually become a big entrepreneur? Can you grow from there, or must you have passion for it?
You see, you can grow from there.
Okay.
You can grow from there. Someone like that can grow from there, but you see, passion is a very critical ingredient in building your business. Okay. Because if you don't have passion for it, if the challenges of this business, if the storms of this business eats you, you may run away. But what happens for that kind of person is over time, as you begin to learn, the fact is, by the time you pull out to say you want to start you are learning, then the passion is already coming.
Okay.
Okay, so you get to find out that you do this thing, you make more money. You do this thing, you make
more
friends
money.
are calling you.
Okay,
You go
so
for
you
bridal
begin
showers.
to
You
become
so you
creative and all
become
of that.
exactly. So you want to fine tune, you want to up your game, and you know you begin all those things. You find out that now the passion comes in. Now all of us are not born entrepreneurs. Some just have it naturally.
Yeah.
But the thing is, everybody can learn to become an entrepreneur and do what he needs to do.
All right, just to buttress what she asked or spoke about, and I know that Nigerians, today's youth, are used to following the trend. Okay, music is selling, let's all do music. And we all just go do music. And then movies, let's all just go
movies.
do movies, you know. All right, so at that point where you get, because I hear that even when you have passion, you break down at some point, you feel like you don't want to do it anymore. For people like that, what would you suggest?
Let me tell you, if you really have passion, show passion, even if you break down. That's this thing that keeps telling you, can you do this? Let me try this again. You begin to you do a self-examination.
Okay.
And by the time you're doing that, you find out that you pick up the broken pieces and you are running again. You know, you begin to ask yourself, what is it again that I need to do? Maybe there's something I ought to have done, I haven't done. You know, so let me come up and see. Now, if I try this and it goes on, that thing just keep pushing them. And you find out that, oh, this I can do very well.
All right.
Okay, so what other mistakes should we watch out for?
Again, I will also tell you that you don't hire who you can't fire. Okay?
Oh, I like that.
I think that's one big mistake.
A lot of
yes, your business is not a pity party. It's not a family affair. Even though you have family that comes around to work with you.
Okay, so let's play something here now.
Exactly.
You're a movie producer. You're somehow working with one of the top-notch Hollywood actors. And one way or the other, not like the person isn't professional, but something happens maybe beyond human control. And then it looks like it's going to slow down your project, knowing that you have a time frame for this project. Or probably the person has just been nasty. And you say, son, you can't hire someone you can't fire. And knowing that, when it comes to movies, maybe for series you can change faces, but in movies, you can't change faces. What do you do at that point? Fire the person, collect what upfront payment that you've paid, or what do you do in a situation like that?
Well, let me go into Nollywood like you have said. I've seen cases where you need to change the face. Maybe it doesn't happen in this part of the world.
It happens in series.
In series, yes, you can actually.
Soap operas, but for movies.
Now, for movies, the thing is, you have an agreement having a show. There is no pleasure with business. Business is a business. And when you have an agreement, you must stay to the terms and conditions of the agreement. So it's been nasty. It's not nasty. I can decide for me, if you're not giving me what I want, I can terminate your project and we'll roll over again.
Okay, so what you're saying is, even if you have to hire someone you can fire, try to make sort of an agreement. So you know this is your end of the deal, this is my end of the deal. So
exactly.
it doesn't work out. Okay.
That's what brings everything to bear and makes it official. So you don't ever, for anything in business, don't ever take anything on assumption that it is assumed that XYZ will deliver ABC.
Okay.
If it's not clearly written down and you don't both sign on it, then anything can happen. Trust me.
I see. Okay, in a situation where the terms and conditions are clearly written out, I'm trying to see how to play this out now. The terms and conditions are clearly written out, but somehow in the course of the project, you have to assume other jobs. If, for instance, now you're paid to be an actor, but in that process, you have to help with producing, or in a situation like that where you're working with assumptions now, or probably you're using the person's expertise to buttress the production. How do you go about putting that into paper, except if you want to do that as charity?
You can, there's what we call lacking contingency plan. It's part of what I put in the book. So you need to have a contingency plan in case something doesn't go well. I need to, shock it somehow. So that you have to create a room. Just like you make an expense and you create room for miscellaneous. Anything can come up. So you need to have a contingency plan if things don't work well the way you expect it to be.
I see. So that's the third point, contingency plan. Okay, so what else should we look out for?
Do not acquire too many overhead. When I say in terms of staffing, in terms of getting office equipment, machineries, tools, and everything. The thing is, if I want to start a bakery, ask me why do I have to rent a 3-bedroom flat and buy a big oven, buy a big generator, a generator that will cost me like 2.5 million, maybe 100 kVA, buy a dough mixer, buy this and that. When I'm not sure if I'll break even the first 1 year. But here's what I need to do. Look for a friend who has a bakery and go into contract production with them. This is your catchment area. My own catchment area is Victoria Island. Okay, so you produce this bread and I can sign an agreement with you, you will find this bread in your locality. I buy my raw materials and I bring to you.
And you produce for me.
And you produce for me.
Does that really work?
It works.
So people are willing to do stuff like that. They're willing to help their competitors.
I've seen it work several times. People that make homemade, bakery stuffs, bread and stuff like that, and they supply supermarkets and everything. You find out these things don't carry label. The bread is just nice, the cookies is nice, the cake is nice, and everything. Right. Now, so by the time I begin to do that over time, I begin to gain attraction in my whole hand, and this bread is coming. On the long run, how the business goes shows you whether to go establish your own fully or not.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, so if there are sales for you, there's increase in demand for your products, and you are producing, and you begin to have issues with this other guy, that the business is trying to tell you it's time for you to start expanding and build on your own. By that time, I would have made enough money to come back and establish fully, rather than starting on a point where I don't know whether the business is going to succeed, and I go hit a bank and say, give me 5 million naira loan, and I want to start this.
And then you're not able to.
And you're not even paying back 300,000, And so those are the things you need to avoid.
Okay.
Buying too many equipment. If I work as a consultant, I only need a laptop. Get all my graphics designs, my stationery items and everything. I can work from the house. I don't need to have a big office in court. But the business will grow there.
There's this belief that if you don't have a proper office or if you don't have a proper, structure, people would not come to you.
Like I said, for this terrain, there are shared offices, right? Okay, and you could share. There are hubs everywhere. You could share a space and say, anytime you come in, I'm paying 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira. I've got friends that have that. I've got business associates that have that. They have one major secretary. They have one main lounge, and everybody has his own room in its office.
But they have like different businesses.
Different businesses, like 4 or 5 different businesses, and they, I'm here to see Mr. XYZ, and he calls you, and he calls the secretary head. I'm going to expect some other guests. Now that reduces your cost.
I see. Okay.
Okay, it reduces your cost in terms of paying for rent, in terms of paying for staffs, in terms of fueling generators, all the service apartments and things like that. So you guys can walk about it and you share such things.
Okay. So, more mistakes to avoid as entrepreneurs.
More mistakes to avoid. Well, spending too much, accumulating unnecessary partners.
Now that's a big one.
Partners.
That's a very big one.
Like partners, depending on business,
Depending on the business. Too many cooks spoil the broth.
Okay.
That's what they say. Now, so if somebody is not adding value to you positively in your business, there's no need for you to hang on to such persons. If you have 1, 2, 3 people working together with you as a team on the business, and everybody has his own milestones and they are able to deliver on it, it's fine. But now my uncle calls me from the village and says, Sola, can you help me hire Chukudi? And I bring on Chukudi. And I see this person somewhere and I say, okay, you are doing XYZ, you could work with me. Then you bring them together. Everybody's in the office and nobody's delivering nothing. As a matter of fact, you have to eat what you kill. And also, if you don't kill anything, you don't have any business doing around. So why do you have too many partners? It's uncalled for. Get people who are more intelligent than you, people who are more knowledgeable, who are more networked than you, people who are even higher than you, maybe probably in age and experience. Move around with them. They will tell you what is needed.
Okay. Wow. So I have a question again on money. I keep mentioning money all the time because I feel like it's so important.
Yeah.
How do you know when to not spend too much and when to spend enough? Because I have a feeling that sometimes when you want to do a business, you're like, do I spend? How do you manage your funds? How do you know when to spend and when not to spend? How to spend
and also,
little?
some people think you should roll over your profit into your business, really when you're starting new. Is that also right?
Yeah, it is right.
Yeah.
You need to plow back whatever interest you make in the first 2 years in your business. You
First
need to
2
plow
years?
back. Yes.
So if I'm
make-
working
if
for
you are-
2
if-
years
if
and
you
I'm
are-
making 100,000 as my profit, I must put it back. I must put the total 100,000.
No, you must pay yourself, right? But the truth is, for your staffs, you can pay them all, their salary and everything. If you make profit, bring them back into your business. As a business owner, what I have been able to do over time is I deny myself a lot. So you have to, for the first 1 year, I may not pay myself any salary,
Wow.
but I could share in the profit.
That needs a lot of discipline.
Yes, it does. Because you are building a future. You are building a business empire. So you don't want to take all the gratifications, everything that comes to you now and finish it. Now, so you keep it. And when your staff see that that is what you are doing, they may decide to follow suit. So you need to plow money back into your business.
Wow.
Do you understand me? It is very
But
important.
is it okay if I make a profit of 100,000? Maybe I could take like 10,000 for myself and put 90 back in.
No, you can even do 70-30. So take 30% and plus 70 back.
Okay,
It's
I
advisable.
see. Okay.
But you must work on a business plan. Yeah. So your business model will tell you when to spend more, when to reduce your money.
Spending and all
Exactly. Because the thing is, when you notice at any point in time that the money you spend, which is your cash out, you know,
It's
your
more than
cash
your
flow
cash
is
in.
going more than your cash in, which is your inflow, then there's a time to checkmate that.
Okay.
I see.
So your business plan determines how much money you spend.
You spend.
That
Yes,
determines
you know, there's a plan that you need to follow. There's a cash flow projection that says in year 1, these are the expenses on your projected cash flow. Year 2, year 3. Now, so if you are going beyond that, I know everything doesn't go by the book, but you need to tweak it a little.
True.
But if it's becoming too much, then you know there's a need for you to restrict and do a Lean Sigma series.
So basically what you're saying is, as an entrepreneur, before you start whatever it is you're doing, you must have a business plan.
Oh, the business plan is the alpha and omega of your business.
Oh, most people don't do, I don't think most people do that.
Yeah, most
Because
people don't do that, but I tell people.
I've tried to start a business,
Yeah.
and on occasion I didn't think about doing a business plan. I just went head first, legs first, body in, just start, basically.
Now, so you get to a point when you go that way, then you encounter some difficulties, then you are like, I need to go back
I see.
and check
So
something.
that's another mistake entrepreneurs do. They don't
Yes.
have
So
business
you need to have a very good business plan,
Plan.
a solid one. The business plan is the why, the where, the when, and how of your
Why,
business.
when, where, and how.
Now, so if you can get those 4 things in place, then you're good to go. So if for adventure you have any issues, you come back to the plan and say, what does my plan say? In this particular area, what are the market dynamics? In my cash flow, I projected I will be able to make X, Y, Z amount in the first 2 years. I have not been able to make it. Then what is happening? So for example, take your phone and look at your text message you sent from the bank.
and do a
In
proper
2 months, and do a proper calculation, add all the money that goes out and add all the money that comes in. You know how much you have spent, and you begin to wonder, how did I spend this money?
And then you reevaluate.
You evaluate.
Okay, so are there other mistakes we should watch out for?
There are a lot of mistakes you need to watch out on. If you lack an exit plan, then that's another problem.
What's an exit
Exit
plan?
strategy. You know, they say how to say the ovation is loudest when you need to. By the time the business gets to a particular point in time, you need to put it on a kind of autopilot.
Okay.
You know,
Where it can run itself.
where you can run itself, you know, so you have structures in place and the business begins to run. Now, so you now need to, okay, we have done X, Y, Z in this business. What other thing can we do? Maybe now create something out of it and said, okay, let me focus on this particular aspect while it's running on its own.
All right, so I just put in there. Okay, for those of us who might be watching from home and you want to be part of this program, all you just have to do is send an SMS to a number that will be written on the screen. Please do not call, just send SMS. Before we allow you go, sir, I would like you to also run through some other mistakes we should avoid. I mean, a whole lot of young minds out there want to be billionaires. They need to avoid these mistakes.
Like, the money is the most important thing about being an entrepreneur,
Exactly,
right?
that's for them, it is.
You must learn to keep records.
Okay.
Failure to have a financial knowledge is a problem.
As bookkeeping.
Bookkeeping, it is,
A big problem.
you can't do without it. I don't know how you want to survive.
Okay.
Okay.
You must have a good record keeping system. You don't necessarily have to hire a chartered accountant. You don't necessarily, the auditors can come around once in a while, depending on how big the business
Yes,
is,
it-
to help you checkmate and see
we-
whether you are doing things in line with the constitution or whatever principles that are laid down. But the truth is, if you don't keep records, you won't know how well your business is faring. You won't know how to outsmart your competitors. You won't know how much you have made in a year compared to another year. Okay? So you need to have a very good record keeping system.
Okay.
Every day you must keep record. Just the same way we wake up, we brush our teeth. There are things we normally do, which is a daily
So
routine.
it should be a good habit.
So
to
it
keep
should be a good
records.
habit, and you must do that. It's tedious. Most people don't do, but I tell people, the mind and the head can forget.
Yeah.
But what is written down, you can't
Paper
forget it.
can
And that's why they
yes.
say the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yes.
So you make sure you go back to these things, you write them down. You can call back as many years as possible if you have your data. On a simple Excel, you can put that down. You can just get a cash, an exercise. You can do your sales record and everything every day. Make sure it is written down. Failure to do so is a big problem.
Wow. I would say we have been lectured, and for those who might just be tuning in and wondering, we've been looking at mistakes often made by entrepreneurs. But before we let the speaker go, we might just allow him run through what you've taught us so that people can just do a quick check. I know one of the mistakes is people don't have passion. We must have passion.
Yes, you must have passion. You must have clarity of
vision.
You must keep records. You must not hire too much.
And then you must,
not
go over
spend
your
too
overhead.
much. Yes, on overhead. You mustn't lack a contingency plan. You mustn't lack an exit strategy.
And then you should have too many partners.
Yes, you don't have to. You don't accumulate too much partners.
And never mix family with business.
Never mix family with business. No, I buy stuff from my wife and says, "Guy, you have to pay."
Of course.
And I have to pay. Yes, I pay, and when it's my turn, you just have to pay.
Oh, I have one quick question.
Yes.
Okay. Because you just said something about payment.
Yeah.
How do entrepreneurs deal with credit? That's one question I think I need to ask. Because sometimes you start small and someone says, okay, do this for me on credit and I will pay you back. How do they deal with credit?
No businessman has ever run without credit.
The credit, yeah.
Okay, so whether taking credit from the bank or you supply goods on credit, there's a supply chain, linking the large entrepreneurs to the small entrepreneurs. Now, if you have a client that says, do this for me on credit, I'll pay you back, that means the client must have had a very good track record
With you.
with you.